Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, introducing my name Dinda here. I will also discuss and present the results of my essay, the title of which I will tell after we watch together the results of my poster below. Here I put my name and other identities. Then here I provide supporting elements that are what I will convey. Alright, let's get right into this presentation session. Okay, thank you. Introduce my name, Adinda Dwi Rahma. For friends who have just seen it, I am a psychology student at Syarif Hidayatullah, Jakarta, who is currently undergoing with semester examinations. This time, I will present the results of my English essay entitled "The Process of Forgiving Victims of Bullying to Perpetrators of Bullying." Alright, without further ado, let's start this session. In this part, I will discuss the introduction, where I will explain why I took this theme, topic, title, and what is the purpose. Find right away. Introduction. Bullying is an action or phenomenon that is currently increasingly occurring in our daily lives. In this bullying, of course, some victims are considered weak or weakened by the perpetrators for various reasons and motives behind their bullying behavior. At this time, we will discuss the past or process of forgiving if we become victims of bullying, and will also explain how the victims of the perpetrators take lessons or way out or change them for the better in the process of forgiving. Okay, next is the discussion session, which I have divided into 5 discussions. And immediately we enter into the discussion session. The first is the definition of bullying. Okay, bullying is a type of aggression with a unique and distinct component of repetition and power imbalance that is absent in more reactive and time-limited aggression, such as psychopathy. Okay, and being a victim of bullying is certainly an unpleasant thing, especially when you have experienced it for a long time. Of course, it's still quite clear that the unpleasant recording are still imagining. However, when we get to there is a desire to make peace with the perpetrators of bullying and also oneself, and there is a feeling of wanting to forgive the perpetrators and the past to become a better person. This process is called the process of forgiving victims of bullying to perpetrators of bullying. Okay, next I will explain the process of forgiving the victim to the bully. The first stage is the desire to make peace with the bully. According to M. Cook and Emmons, that forgiveness is related to emotion, talk, behavior, and the impact of the negative judgment on people who are hurt can be reduced. It is at this early stage that we begin to have the desire to forgive in the hope of returning to the relationship with the perpetrators of the past, even though we have not been able to fully forgive. Next, in the second stage, we have started to increase our desire to start achieving true forgiveness compared to the previous phase or stage. According to Enrique, forgiveness is a path of action where there is a new level of thinking to actively forgive those who have hurt. So that in this path we begin to feel the sincerity and also begin to build self-confidence again and achieve true forgiveness for the past and also ourselves. Okay, in the last stage of the forgiveness path, we will further improve good relations with friends and perpetrators. We begin to feel and begin to benefit ourselves and also the environment around us. We begin to forgive the past by increasing our lost confidence. According to Rourke, intrapersonal forgiveness can make victims reconcile with their negative feelings. So it cannot be denied that the mental trauma that we have is still very clear and painful. However, we start to dare to forgive and build a good attitude without revenge, so that you can accept yourself in any form and condition. Okay, at this time we enter into discussion about my personal experience, which I also will not explain in PPT, but I will present supporting image. Good based on my experience dealing with life being a victim of bullying is not easy. I must have the courage to take a stand against it and make good change in my life. And in my experience too, I get verbally abused psychically and for a short time or durations. The bullying that happened to me could have lasted continuously and for a long time, but I was able to take good and the right action, such as joining various organizations and being active in class. Those who abuse me don't do it again. Likewise, me who has been able to reach the stage of true forgiveness as a victim of the perpetrators of bullying. I have gone through this process of forgiving approximately 4 years after the incidents, and of course, I can still feel how they abuse me. However, because of the long time that I have faced and the various activities that I have also gone through, it is enough for me to be able to forgive the perpetrators and respect and accept myself how God creates me psychically. Next, we will talk about the drawbacks. First, have a decreased level of self-confidence. Having a perspective towards other people becomes negative or afraid due to the trauma given by the bully. As stated by Awalia, where individuals who experience acts of bullying tend to have negative thoughts and feel about themselves, the environment, and the problem situation they are facing, causing individuals to become insecure. The next is an advantage. The first is the process of forgiveness can increase the psychological well-being of victims of bullying. Second, where the higher the individual's level of forgiveness, the higher the individual's perceived psychological well-being. From Fitriana Widiniksi. Alright, we've reached the closing stage. Forgiveness is a good and right action when we are victims of abuse. However, not all types of bullying can be forgiven. It all depends on the condition or circumstance experience, which are also different. I hope that all components of life, like including homes, school, and society, will participate in rejecting and not becoming perpetrators of the bullying that is increasingly rife in our lives. Not only bullying behavior, but we can also adapt this attitude of forgiveness to everyday life, as well as being enthusiastic about improving yourself in the future. If you're a victim of bullying and you feel you have fallen into a victim of bullying, immediately tell the closest person or someone you trust. If this is not possible, immediately come to the nearest psychologist or psychiatrist. Here I have also included the reference that I used in the preparation of this essay. Okay, we've come to the end of the session. If friends have questions, input, suggestion, and related experience, you can submit them in the comments below. And finally, greetings from me. I have finished the video it's time. More or less sorry. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.